Yo, what's up guys, how are you doing? Another market review of E-mini S&P 500 futures and NASDAQ. Friday we had NFP, so that was a pretty big dump. I'm not gonna lie, this is a good big candle downwards. 50, yeah, almost 55 pip drop. 55 pip or 55 points, right? But yeah, I was actually live streaming Friday. We were watching this. I was anticipating it to run these highs and then drop after. But obviously it just went and dropped. So yeah, that's something that can happen too. So again, let's look at the framework. What was happening? We had previous daily high over here, which yesterday took the previous daily high of that day. We did not rate it on this occasion. Now let's go to NASDAQ. And on NASDAQ, we did not rate it too, but we did have SMT, right? So we can already see there is some willingness to go down because ES did not make a higher high while NASDAQ did. So framework bearish. And why was the framework bearish? If we go to the daily time frame, let me remove the annotations. We can actually see this order block was unmitigated, and especially if you go to NASDAQ, you can see this fair value gap, which was a target in my eyes too. So once NASDAQ wants to draw into that fair value gap, ES is going to follow, even though there's no fair value gap on the daily time frame for ES. So yeah, the bias was bearish for the NFP. And obviously it came to fruition. Now, what happened intraday? How could you capitalize on the trade? I would say don't trade NFP for sure, even the price action afterwards. But if we had to look for an entry, it was possibly over here. Price left a liquidity void behind, obviously, so only sell side was provided here. So price obviously gonna draw into it. Now it's creating a high over here, but it's leaving a fair value gap behind with a break of structure, right? This would be a little bit risky in my opinion, but it should still be good. And the thing is, why it still was good, we had SMT with NASDAQ. So if we quickly couple them up, well, let's put them next to each other. NASDAQ. So you can see these lows down here are the same lows as over here, but you can see NASDAQ rated those lows, and you can see ES is holding on. So you can see ES is the stronger out of the two. You can anticipate this fair value gap to hold because this SMT created over here was the logic behind it. So if you would have looked for an entry, this fair value gap was the go-to place for a buy. Go enter as soon as it hits the fair value gap, right? You can also wait for the midway point, but you might miss it, and then you have a little bit of a tighter stop loss. But yeah, overall, technically, you should just enter when it hits the fair value gap and put your stop loss below the fair value gap. It hit later in the AM session, so with lunch, it even trended upwards. And in this occasion, because it's Friday and NFP, I would just scale off internally already. You have this little short-term swing high here, which is a good target to just scale off like 90% of full close, right? So overall, this was the only opportunity in my eyes. I don't really see anything else. I mean, you could have went with this order block in the PM session, but again, it's on a Friday and it's NFP. Do you want to hold your position over the weekend? I would strongly advise not to hold positions over the weekend with the current state of the world, with the economies and recession coming up and inflation, the war, like all that kind of stuff. I would not feel comfortable holding a position over the weekend. So yeah, let me remove this one. So yeah, this was the only opportunity in my opinion. Next week should be better. We're still in the summer, so price action, especially on Forex, is really tough. I'm favoring indices more and more. I will head over those. We'll do some more execution videos next week. And guys, if I take a loss on an execution video, I will show it too. so I can learn from it, and maybe you guys too, where my mistake was. And obviously, we'll speak after the weekend. Guys, I hope you enjoy your weekend. Hit that like button and subscribe, right? And we'll speak in the next video.